That's that old bull business model that you're gonna charge the fans for some bull fight, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. They talk all that money talk. Can't beat one looking good in the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money.
I don't think he needs. He don't need any money. He don't need any money.
Spent so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd.
I bet if he's planning for the future.
Bill Haney has called out boxing legend Floyd Mayweather in a heated exchange, accusing him of being obsessed with money and claiming that his $42 million investment is a scam. Haney alleges that Mayweather is secretly bankrupt, stating, "All you ever talk about is money." The confrontation underscores deep tensions between the two, with Haney asserting that Mayweather has lost touch with reality and is using his wealth to cover up deeper financial issues.
That's because you're real. You're always talking about your money and shit. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Bill, we not even on here talking about no money, Bill. Bill, we not even on here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money.
You bought the money up.
Bill Haney has raised concerns about financial disparities within Floyd Mayweather's promotional team, questioning the allocation of funds and suggesting that if Mayweather Promotions is truly as successful as claimed, team members like Calvin Ford shouldn't appear financially strained. Haney even mentioned that he advised them to properly compensate their team to avoid dissatisfaction.
Personal between you and Calvin. Also, is Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach. For
those who don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this month. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin needs to pay Bill for mentioning this.
So you think Calvin ain't getting paid?
No, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking. They making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't beat one looking good in the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Haney further criticizes Mayweather's transition from competitive boxing to exhibition matches, implying that the shift is motivated more by financial gain than a true passion for the sport. He suggests that Mayweather is now more focused on securing paydays than preserving the integrity of boxing. A notable point of contention arose when Mayweather allegedly expressed frustration over not landing a deal comparable to the one Devin Haney received, reportedly leading him to claim he would prevent Devin from securing fights with prominent boxers like Rolando Raleigh Romero or Gervonta Davis.
Some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background, sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. He say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm gonna make it tough for you. I'm gonna go whisper and rain here. I'm gonna make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm gonna make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying?
Haney accuses Mayweather of transforming from a celebrated boxer into Money Mayweather by prioritizing high earnings over delivering quality fights for the fans. He contrasts this with his own approach, emphasizing the importance of giving fans entertaining and meaningful matches rather than focusing solely on financial gain.
Doesn't want any of it. Why is I know you can't get
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, just send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful like you're really trying to do. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bum's business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. So that's where you're going to be at the welfare line. You on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we can charge $57. Listen, we're going to give you the best fight, and we're going to get all the people in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. What's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bullshit fight and then you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25.
Allegations have emerged suggesting that Mayweather's claims of earning $100 million in a single night may be exaggerated, with insiders from the boxing community expressing doubts about the authenticity of these figures and implying that such statements are likely more about maintaining an image than reflecting
Reports
reality.
online that Floyd's a billionaire. Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is. I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $60 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got 30 million and one got 29.
250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money.
Yeah. Really?
Why?
You think he blew through all of
Mayweather
his
is
money?
known for flaunting his extravagant lifestyle, including frequent travel on private jets. However, critics argue that such lavish spending can strain finances, especially if not supported by a sustainable income, potentially leading to financial instability.
Show you right now? Call AJ. Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
Pretty sure. AJ, so yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you got to pick a couple people up. You got to pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey and go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send them over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
Okay. So it'll be, we're sitting wrapping up here now. We got about an hour away. I could have the airport.
The emphasis on luxury and showmanship, as exemplified by Mayweather, can have serious financial repercussions, as overspending on high-end items without accounting for the broader financial picture can lead to monetary challenges, even for high
He
earners.
was very successful kickboxer. Four-time world champion. His belts are sitting right behind me right now. But, the most he ever got paid for a fight, and he says it's open, was $50 grand. By the time you pay your trainer and your manager 10% each, you got to eat, you got to train for 12 weeks. I mean, if you look at the hours you put in, you're making $15 a day.
Commentator Joe Rogan has remarked on Mayweather's spending habits, suggesting that his continued participation in exhibition fights may be driven by the need to fund his lavish lifestyle, implying that Mayweather's financial decisions are motivated more by necessity than by choice.
So what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Also money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
Spend so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd still trains when he doesn't have a fight.
In a financial move, Mayweather reportedly acquired 6 buildings in a deal valued at $42 million, signaling a potential shift towards securing long-term financial stability, possibly in response to ongoing criticism about his extravagant spending.
The retired boxer has gone in the contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units.
Mayweather's evolution from an electrifying boxer to a brand-focused businessman has become increasingly apparent, with observers like Joe Rogan noting that his current pursuits appear more driven by financial gain than a genuine passion for the sport, often attracting criticism for his approach to boxing.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my fucking jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him. Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, they think they're all delusional.
Logan has publicly claimed that Mayweather still owes him money from their exhibition match. Despite the event's massive earnings, Paul alleges he hasn't received his full payment, highlighting potential issues in Mayweather's financial dealings.
True or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me.
Nah, I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make $100 million or more.
So you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul,
he had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it.
De La Hoya has expressed concerns about Mayweather's decision to continue participating in exhibition fights, believing that these actions might be driven by financial needs and could tarnish Mayweather's legacy in the sport. De La Hoya has openly advised Mayweather to retire from exhibition boxing, suggesting that his continued involvement may stem more from financial necessity than a genuine passion for the sport. He expressed worry that these exhibition bouts could diminish Mayweather's legacy, portraying him as a fighter clinging to past glory rather than leaving the sport with dignity. De La Hoya emphasized that true greatness lies in knowing when to walk away, urging Floyd to protect the reputation he has built over decades rather than risking it for short-term monetary gain and spectacle-driven.
At 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds, call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He calls it now the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old.
Well,
of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I going to do? I'm going to beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down.
Easy.
What's your message for Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
You think Canelo's going to out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make
By
more
far,
money than Floyd?
by far. Canelo's 28 years old.
Right.
And he's already made, what, $500 million?
Right.
He's claimed that Floyd Mayweather is deliberately avoiding arranging fights involving his son, Devin Haney. According to Haney, this avoidance is likely driven by financial motivations, with Mayweather opting for bouts that promise higher paydays rather than those that are competitively significant. The suggestion is that Mayweather's promotional strategy is more focused on maximizing profit than advancing the sport through high-caliber matchups. This has led to frustration among boxing fans and professionals who believe Devin deserves opportunities against top-tier opponents like Gervonta Davis, but is being sidelined for business reasons.
There's no one want to say that because we're available now. All that up. I'm wanting to see who's going to mention Tank other than us. Tank, where you at, Tank? Because now, guess what? We're free and you are. I mean, not free. Because, they might be talking 5% and 1%. They might think free means free. You know what I mean? So let's clear that up. Ain't no fight. We don't got no fight. So what's going to happen? Tank. At 140. Yeah. Stop me from saying his name. Punch me in the mouth Because I'm going to keep on saying Tank. Don't want to fight Devin.
Despite previous tensions, Mayweather has shown interest in negotiating with Bill Haney, indicating a potential willingness to arrange fights involving Devin Haney. This shift suggests a possible reconciliation, or, at the very least, a mutual interest in pursuing profitable ventures.